BB851, turn right, heading 180. 14 Papa, turn right 245, report localizer established.
It's been a busy 24 hours within the aviation industry, and my thoughts are with everyone in Ukraine. Today's coverage, though, centres with Air Canada and huge developments involving their route network. In addition, future aircraft. I'm actually flying to Canada in just 2 days' time, so if you'd like to keep up to date with the trip, flight reviews, pictures, and much more, you can follow me over on Twitter at DJ's Aviation. For Air Canada, though, as mentioned, coverage will centre around routes and fleet, and I'll be discussing them also in this very order. The airline has announced it will be restarting a staggering 34 international services this upcoming summer as they move at full throttle into recovery from the global pandemic, as they also see restrictions continue to ease to the point where they believe these operations can at the very least be sustained. Services will stretch across the Atlantic and the Pacific, with it all kicking off next month. To begin though, here are some of the services out of Toronto that will once again be relaunching. Toronto to Tel Aviv, Toronto to Paris, Toronto to Tokyo, and Toronto to Amsterdam. Out of Montreal, just some of these services will include Casablanca, Rome, Tel Aviv, Tokyo, and a couple more. These will be resuming, of course. Meanwhile, on the country's west coast, Frankfurt, Dublin, and Zurich services will also be resuming out of Vancouver. In addition, tourist destinations like Barcelona, Budapest, Copenhagen, Madrid, Milan, and Venice will also be launching, with the carrier noting that these have been suspended since the beginning of the pandemic, that being March 2020. Ultimately, though, the relaunch of all these services will be brilliant for the airline as they do inch closer and closer to getting back to somewhat normality. The Senior Vice President of Network Planning and Revenue Management at the Canadian airline said, "This is a very exciting news for our customers, especially now that the variant is behind us. Countries are reopening and border measures are being eased around the world for fully vaccinated travellers. Air Canada's recovery is well underway and gaining strength, and we are pleased to expand our international network across 4 continents as we respond to pent-up demand. Our vast and growing network has been built to conveniently increase connectivity to and from global destinations through our Toronto, Montreal, and Vancouver hubs." Now, with regards to the fleet, following a new development from highly reputable Bloomberg, the airline may be looking towards placing another order for aircraft within the aviation industry, in the form of adding the Airbus A321neos to its operations, which it believes would ultimately complement its fleet of the 737 MAX aircraft. This order, according to Bloomberg, would likely consist of 10 to 20 units, and once again is another kick in the face for Boeing to the middle of the market sector, who do not currently have, of course, an aircraft they can offer between the 737 and 78 series generally, resulting in Airbus capturing all the market for airlines looking for something that, well, slots into the all-important sector with an increased range. Again, details regarding the order will come in due course as Air Canada further analyses their future outlook. What are your thoughts on the latest involving the Canadian carrier, whether it be from the resumption of 34 international routes to the potential A321neo order? I'd like to thank you very much for your support, and I'd once again like to further reiterate that my thoughts are with everyone in Ukraine that are being impacted by the hostilities there. Do be safe, please, and do take care. Those words have never stood true more than today.